Good afternoon. This is Mark Espy, the Robinhood trader, also a partner over at MarketTamer.com. I must remind everybody that everything we speak about this evening is for educational purposes only and not to be construed as a recommendation to buy or sell anything. Well, we find ourselves here on the 16th, Friday afternoon, and we're looking at a fairly interesting day today to conclude the week. You'll notice here that we had a big down day on very significant volume. It was a fundamental event primarily with Goldman Sachs and alleged fraud. So we'll have to see how that washes out and how that affects the financial services sector. And interesting to note that Goldman is reporting on Tuesday, I believe. I think Citi is Monday. So it'll be interesting to see what happens around those events as well. From a technical perspective, though, I have been looking for a pullback here, and we had a big bullish day on Wednesday. We had a spinning top on Thursday, and then we had this big candle today. It's not a classic abandoned baby or island reversal, but it's close. The market has been overbought for some time. This arrow that I indicate right here points back toward 2005 and 2006, which was primarily flat for those couple years in the market. And the Dow actually is at those levels and would have been expected, and I did expect that to be strong resistance. There's also a couple of Fibonacci levels right around that area as well. There's a 38.2 retracement and a 50% retracement right at the level that we currently are. So one would expect, also taking into account the overbought situation, that we would have some kind of a pullback. So the question is whether we're going to get some follow through going into next week. So next week should be quite an interesting week. When we're looking at areas of where it could go, this first little shelf here just above 10,800 would be certainly an area to look at. This swing high from 10,700. We have this area here, the spike low at 10,200. This area here is at 98.35. We also have this channel that was in play for a couple months on the low side just above 10,200 and just above 10,400. Then we have the swing low at 9,700. The stochastics is not really saying too much other than there was a crossover here. You would expect that on such a bearish day, but it has not yet crossed below the 80 line, so we'll see what goes with that. And the MACD is currently flat, and so is the histogram. My particular opinion is that we will get some follow through. I'm looking at anywhere from a 5 to 10% retracement, and which I think is a healthy thing anyway for the stock market. But if there's more going forward fundamentally on all the issues surrounding Goldman Sachs, it will be interesting to see what happens with the market. So I would say to you, stay nimble. Hopefully you are hedged, and if you're still long, or begin scaling out of some positions, lightening up your longs at this point. With that, we're going to move over and take a look at the SPX.